Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Hey, Rob S. Thank you for letting me know that you can hear me. Hey, Pam W. How you doing today, child? Hey, Area Oasis. Ooh, child. Hey, the vibes. How y'all doing today? Well, child, I named this. Ooh, child. How the hell did you get banned from a corner store? Well, not store, store. Child, Gina got herself banned from her favorite corner store, which is right down the street from her house. But I'll get into that shortly, okay? Because I'm going to talk about the B sector first, okay? Hey, Ray Boston. Hey, 2300 Jackson Street is always home. I just left from Pastor's, Jay Wilson. And he had a good laugh. He came on around 4 o'clock this morning. Hey, Tracy. Child, I sure hated it was quiet time last night. I wanted you to turn over ass up, girl. I wanted you to whoop him. Whew. Because he was, I guess y'all got into it over at Envious, which I missed that live, okay? But when I went back in, I had been in Lemons earlier, but I went somewhere else. And then I came back, and Noble was in a tizzy. He was just firing, shots at Tracy. And I was saying, what the hell wrong with him? Damn. He said he was in a polygamous relationship, and then he said he was in a polyamorous relationship. He don't know what the hell he in. He in that damn basement with that goddamn rooster. And by the way, I haven't seen the rooster since the last week. I wonder is he still living? Okay. But child, I wanted you to tear his ass up. I hated it was quiet time. I hated it was quiet time, child. I wanted you to ooh. But he not worth it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know what's wrong with Noble Child. But he is so silly. He was saying last night that women, we stopped maturing like at 17 years old. Now, when you 17, or lady. I'm not saying about the guys because I'm not a man. I don't know nothing about what they do. But that is so stupid. We're not at no peak at no damn 17. You don't even know yourself. And I wanted to get up there, but I said, no, we can't be bothered with this. There's no reason in having a stupid argument. And that was a damn stupid argument over at Lemon's last night, child. But Lemon, he had been having some good laughs, but I'm so tired of him repeating himself 50 goddamn 11 times every night saying the same goddamn thing about the DMV getting his ID. Like that's a hard goddamn thing to do. Oh Lord Jesus. About the old Vegas trip. I'm tired of hearing that shit. In which I've been tired of that shit for a year. Oh my God. Lemon, stop. You acting like you acting like an old man at times. Damn. He had good lives, but then he go back and am I country or am I you know, a out of control person? Because Nis said it. Fuck Nis. And anybody else that don't like you. I wouldn't give him my time. Pick away with him. But child, I got so sick of that. And him and King Roman been hitting this panel a little bit lately. And child, they was talking. And they was one of them said they was lactose intolerant. And they were just going back and forth talking, you know, like guys do. And I enjoyed hearing them talk like they had some damn sense. But then King Roman said something about some damn almond milk. And Lemma said, do they come from an almond cow? I passed out. Do you hear me? He wanted to know what was an almond cow, and I hollered, y'all. That was some funny shit. It be some funny stuff going on over there at Lemons, okay? But you know, he had invited King Roman to Vegas, and just ignorant. But he invited King Roman to Vegas, and you know, King Roman said something about, you know, K-Fit and along and blase this and blase that. We'll make a long story short. Lemon didn't know that K-Fit and Sassy don't really care for each other. You know, they've been had a beef going ever since that chat rep. You know, the fiasco that happened with chat rep and Sassy when they went out to eat. So it's been, you know, they've been had bad blood for a while, but it just never did like a cat fight, you know, like somebody on a panel and they into it. It never did get to that level. Well, after Lemon found out, it, you know, like he was saying, damn, you know, but kind of found out, well, Lemon think they're not going. He say that King Roman News, the way he was talking on his live, that they not coming. But I said, I put in there, type, I say, really, King Roman didn't say no, and he didn't say yes if he was going to go to Vegas. I believe they're going to go, but I believe they're going to just do their own thing, which ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that. And if they have a free time, they can meet up with like Lemon, you know, and others that's there that want to meet up with them. But it was a mess. And let me get my notes, child. Now, Pastor, like I said, on his live tonight, I went in a little late. And I hadn't been there long, you know, on his lives in a long time. Well, he's raising money because he's having a banner contest. And I want to announce that it's going to be January the 1st. It's going to be 2 prizes, two spots, winners, maybe 3. Okay. The first prize place going to get $550. Now I don't know how much the second person going to get, and then he going to get one prize. Like the first prize, I think that morning, and he gonna give the second place winner, announce it that evening, and then he might have the third thing is gonna be like, I can't think of what he called it, down bad banner or something like that. That's the person that you that really don't do good on their banner, okay? But I think that'll be cute too, because everybody can't make no banner. I.e., me. I don't know how to. I don't even know how to unblock people. Okay, I don't know how to do shit on here. I don't know how to do nothing but go live. I could drop a link. What else I can do? I can't make no banner. See, I don't know how to make no banner. Um, I don't know how to unblock people. Um, it's a lot of stuff on here I don't know how to do. I'm just talking, you know what I'm saying? But I should make a banner and see how messed up it could be, but I don't know how to do it. Because I probably could win that prize, like the down bad prize. I think I could win that one. Because, see, I don't know what I'm doing. And on his contest, the banner contest, you could even submit 3 different banners. Like if you do your first one and you don't really care for that, you could make another one. Or either you could put 3 out at one time. Um, so I think that's good that you get 3 chances to win. You know. Um, Let me see what else he said. Oh, like when I went in live, I think he had like $750, something like that. When he announced that prize, he was really happy to have that amount. But he got up to $1,015 by the end of that live. So, and out of that, he's gonna take him a cut. Okay, Miss Regina get a cut, and I guess the other money I don't know nothing about how it's gonna be distributed, but he's gonna get a cut of that, and I don't blame him. If I did a contest, I said, look, y'all, I'm gonna keep some of this money for myself. This is what I got. This is what I'm giving out for the prize, and I'm taking the rest. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get some, and I will pay my judges if Um, I think that would, that's nice when people do pay their judges, but everybody don't pay their judges. And he announced too on there that he want Buddy Lee that day to DJ because everybody over here like him DJing. Well, he was gonna ask if people want to donate to get Buddy Lee because Buddy Lee charge $150, which I don't blame Buddy Lee. I would not be no DJ for nobody for nothing. Okay, and so he got Buddy Lee on his mind, inviting him, and I'm sure somebody already probably told him. Because as soon as you announce stuff on here, it's spread like wildfire. I haven't been in the beef sector in the daytime in a while, but what's okay? They saying that Rita is that situation that she having her with her husband. Now I don't know this now, okay? But Talon said it last night over there at Lemons that it was a play, and he been saying all along it was a play. But see, I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you something that I picked up on. Now I'm not saying that she doing a play or not, but I picked up on how she been talking in her titles on her videos, and now I start saying that they play on her, like Bill and his mama them, I guess. But why would you say they running the play on you? If you met, why would you think your husband would run a play on you? I think that maybe if they did get into it, they just into it. But what I'm looking at funny kinda on her situation is when she left Bill that night walking, she didn't have nothing but like a little purse and like a backpack thing. Well, I noticed that when she was living in the motel, I don't know where she at now, but every day when she would come on, she was keeping the camera pointed to her feet, and she was changing her shoes every day. Now, how you changing your shoes every day when you left with nothing? And I'm seeing shoes I've seen before on your feet. You didn't have no backpack with no whole bunch of shoes in it. But I was saying, And then I thought that your clothes are changing too. So I was saying, I would peep in over there every once in a while. And sometimes I would believe it, but then it was always something in the back of my mind saying, no, this ain't right. But, Rita, if this not true, this is not good. It's, don't play like that, because playing like that, it could really happen. Your husband, you could get into a big explosion, and your marriage can be over. Because I've seen that happen before. I know a person that kept putting her husband out, telling him to leave, leave, leave every time she would get mad. And then sometimes she would throw divorce papers in his face. Well, do you know what that man finally did? Signed the paper and gave them to the lawyer, and they was divorced. And then he got with this girl that you never would have thought he would have ever knew or been with her or anything like that. He started dating this other woman, like right then, and they are together today. And it's been like 30 years ago. They still married, got grown kids and grandkids now. But see, he got tired of her telling him to get out. I don't want you. I want a divorce. I want a divorce, and throwing papers in his face. That man left her, and she said, I didn't really mean that. But he got tired. He wasn't gonna live the rest of his life like that, because they was a young couple. She was a teacher, and he had a good job and stuff. That man left and didn't come back, and got with another woman and married, and got kids and grandkids now, and she still ain't married. And when she got that divorce, she was saying, "But I was playing. I wasn't for real." Well, she lost her husband like that. Okay, Mia, Mia, you can't be throwing them men out there. Somebody out there you would never think would want him. The person that you think they want, that ain't the one they wind up with. It's a whole woman that you ain't even thought about. One right under your nose, child. And this girl is cute and look petite, real cutie. But his wife was pretty, and they was like night and day. The difference in those two ladies. You know what I'm saying? He like night and day, and he got a whole different woman with a whole different attitude and everything else. And when they would get into it, you wouldn't hear nothing about it, honey. You don't hear about not a peep. Because everybody get into it with their man. Hey, Peaches. But, honey, somebody be right out there to catch you. Or your woman. You keep throwing her out. Somebody going to catch her one of these times. You throw her out there, they going to catch her. It ain't just the men, it's the women, too. Okay? Hey, Lazy. Hey, Jay Parrish. I didn't miss you this time. Hey, Cole's World. Hey, Miss Douglas. Okay. Make sure I get it. Hey, V. How you doing, V? Ooh, child. Okay, I think I got everybody. Go up one more time. Hey, OC girl. How you doing? Wait a minute. Okay. I think I got everybody. Zero Lightness, how you doing, child? Hey, the Bushes. I think I got everybody now. And yep, let me tell you one ignorant person, okay? It's a lot of ignorant people on here. They might say I'm ignorant too. So here, okay. So I'm just saying, person that I think is ignorant is that damn uppity. She had lemon linked the other night, and she told her honey, they had to drag her to her grave, Brooke and Dragon. Girl, you talking about Drake? They talked about each other kids. They talked about each other like a dog. Okay, but Brooke beat uh Uppity. But Uppity, I don't know why you keep bringing up people kids and in your drags, cause they dragged Brooke drug all your kids the other day. She told you up. Now why would you say something about her son being overweight? Honey, when she said that, Brooke let loose. Brooke talked about all her kids, all three of them. And then it upset some of the people in the chat. And, they talking about they was triggered because they talked about each other's mamas. And they talked about everything. The men, they men. Um, and the other one got a man in the house with her. Bitch, you ain't got nothing. If it is, it's a bomb. The last time I heard a man's voice, and I see I don't watch up there, okay? But the last time I heard her voice was when her and Max fell out. And Max played that recording of that man being rough with her. He took her phone and everything, and it went out. But he called her out her name. And the reason they got into it because she was on YouTube not paying attention to Nyla, and she left Nyla in the tub for a long time. Like the water got cold. And honey, he walked in there and that girl was still in that tub. He went completely off. He was cussing her, calling her bitches, telling her she was alcoholic, all that kind of stuff. And then you heard him scuffling and stuff. And she said, "No, quit." And then the phone went dead. That's the only time I heard a man in there. He was roughing her up. Okay. Hey, Room Shaker. Hey, Big Stacks. But honey, they got down on each other. They talked about each other like a damn dog. But you have to get to the ghetto on some of the people on here, because if you don't, honey, they'll run you through there. Hey, Itsy B Shakes. But yeah, they'll run you down through there. Hey, HTX Gutters. Yeah, they'll run you down through there. But they talked about each other like some fucking, like they had tails. And Uppity would jump down off the. Hey, Bip, how you doing, sweetheart? Oh, I can't believe you're here. They talked about each other like they had a fucking, like they mamas was a cow or alligator or something. They talked about each other like a fucking dog. Okay. Hey, Bella B, but you have to do her like that. And see, she ain't been back over the lemon. She was showing out over there, picking and then getting and got skull drugged. And I loved every minute of it. Yeah. Hey, Liz. I loved every minute of a cold world. Hey, boy, stop. I hope I said that right. Okay, now, y'all. Well, let me get through it, the B-sector stuff, child. Another night, Lemon was live, because I be in his lives a lot, and I be in Broadway's like over in the night, because I'm a night owl. Well, when Lemon was live, I seen Nika went live. And I said, let me run over and see what Nika talking about. And child, she was listening to Truth Enterprise because she said she got up to use the bathroom and Truth Enterprise was on. And Truth Enterprise was saying something about Lemon seen Nika titties, or he had a picture of her titties, child. And Nika was out done. I don't know why somebody would say that. Nika ain't never did nothing like that. Long as I've been knowing her on YouTube, she ain't never said nothing to me in no body parts. But honey, Nika was too through, and she said, "Yeah, I better stop and clean that up. Ain't nobody on here got my body parts." And I wouldn't send them the lemon. But yeah, he was. So it got. And Lemon, he said that she didn't say it because somebody came back over to his live and let him know that Nika was upset about that rumor that's out about her sending Lemon her titties. But honey, everybody ain't like Crystal. Everybody don't put out their udders and show these young men. Good Lord. Now, if I was in the Mo 3B sector now, see, them girls over there, they get down over there now. And then, they'll pull a titty out in a minute. But over here, we don't see a lot of titty action over here. Uh, Sour Patch was the last one to pull her titties out over there. Um, Over there at Vic's, that wasn't in the beef sector. That was over in the black sector when Sour Patch did that. But child, I was too through when Nika started talking about our titties, child. And anyway, another thing, Nika wouldn't do that for free. You know, uh, Pastor was saying she'll charge $75. I believe she'll charge $100 for each titty. You see one for 100, you get to see two for 200. Now, maybe, you know, but Nika ain't never did nothing like that. I don't know why they would say that. That was so stupid. But there was a rumor that it was out over in the wee hours of the morning, like at 3 o'clock in the morning. Let me see what. Oh, and another thing. Okay, now I told you guys about the pastors contest. Well, then see, I've been announcing about a cook-off they was gonna have over in the Mo 3 beef sector. At first, I didn't know the date, but then I found out the date, and then I found out that the contestants that were going to be in there would get $100 to purchase their products to cook. And I said a little bit about this on my last live. I can't believe that. That's a lot of damn money. What if you have 14 people in there? That's $1,400. But that's neither here or there. Well, the woman that's doing the contest, her name is NOF. Well, she was talking to Broadway about it, and she was wanting to have her contest at Broadway's. Um, and they discussed it a little bit, and then she said, "Oh, I sure hate." I said, "I'm gonna give them $100 a piece because that's a lot of money, and this and that, blase this and blase that." And I was thinking to myself, I make a note on here that the lady's talking about she don't want to get $100 out, which I would have never said that off top. I would have never said I'm getting $100 to each person. You buy your own shit. Like over in the beef sector, the people ask for donations for their products to cook. The people that don't really have the money, but other people just buy their own stuff and cook. Um, so later on, a couple of days, like a day later, we was over at Mahaya's, and the lady got up there and she was talking. And then she said that the reason is she said, "I'm not having my contest." Now you just asked Brown last night over in the hours of the morning. But then when you get over at Mahaya's, which is in the daytime, then you talking about you ain't having a contest because I don't get no support. And they was talking about colorism and everything. But their colorism problem that they're having is totally opposite of the ones that we have in the B sector, because the one we have in the B sector, um, see Miss O is dark skinned and she feel like she be picked on because she got dark skin. Where NOF, she feel like that she's yellow and she can talk to black women, that you're darker skin, and she think that the darker people, women, are ignorant. That's what she was saying in so many words and don't understand. And so I was saying that is opposite of what's going on in the beef sector, which has been going on over here for years. Uh, well, when she was saying that she wasn't gonna have a contest because she wasn't getting no support, and I was saying that's a lie. That ain't reason that she not having a contest. This was in my mind. I said the reason that bitch ain't having that contest is because she ain't got no $100 a give all them folks. And they was going back and forth about, "Hey, I think you ought to have a contest. I'll support you, and I'll support you, and I'll support you." Different one. Well, I got up there and I said, because I was putting in the chat, you're not being honest. That's not the reason you're not having a contest. I was in the live, baby. I heard what you said, and it ain't costing no support. But then I hit the link and I told her that. I said, child, she was in the chat. And I said, honey, the reason you ain't having a contest, do not blame that on you not getting no support. Because, see, to me, the support she was getting, Broadway was giving her his platform, which he got a big crowd over there every time he go live. Now, that was support. And then if he announced it on his channel, that's support. And like I told you, I've been announcing about the damn contest over here at the B sector even before I knew who was giving the goddamn contest, the cooking contest. Because I announced stuff from the B sector and the Mo3 sector. And if the black sector do something, I'll invite them. Tell them. And one thing I want to say is Pastor's contest that's January the 1st, anybody can enter. If you know how to make banners in these other sectors, y'all better go get that money because there's money on the floor. But, F didn't like what I said, so she was saying how much money she had and stuff. I got plenty of money. Money ain't no problem with me. I said, well, you was saying Broadway. You was telling Broadway you think you bit off more than you could chew. I couldn't remember where I heard that at until somebody said that it was on Broadway. I say, when I was on the panel, I said, I'm not telling no damn lie because this was just a couple of hours ago over there at Broadway. You was asking to host your show on his panel. So that was a damn lie. And she didn't like that. She was, well, I'm my husband and we had this much for this and this much for this and this much for this. Just talking, a lot of hot air. Okay. And then people say, you ought to have a contest and you ought to have it. Girl, she don't know how to do it. Like I told you, you say you up there in financial planner or whatever. You bit off more than you could chew. Saying, what if 14 people want to be in it? That's $1,400, dumbass. I say you did it all wrong. You should have told them people to get out there and get them some donations. And $100. Hey, what if I say I'm gonna be in the contest and I take the $100 and buy $15 worth of food? I can go to the Dollar Tree and get a whole bunch of shit and make up something. It might be garbage, but I could do it and have $85 left. Or what if I do like they be doing? I ain't gonna say who, and I ain't gonna say what sector, but how they do over here, collect money and then don't even participate. I mean, y'all, did Brian go to Seattle or not? This the B sector. But did Brian go? Because, child, they saying Brian run off with the plug. Yeah, anybody, Tracy, he said tonight, this morning, because I just left his live and came over here after he went off. But he said anybody from any sector can get in it. And like I said, you can make 3 banners. And the pot is standing at $550 that you could win right now in first place. But he got November and December to raise more money. So it might get up to $2,000. We don't know. Because they was donating over there this morning, child. But his people, the Rider Lives, they do donate. So he was at like $1,015 this morning. So I don't know how much he'll wind up raising. Hey, little nice. How you doing, child? But yeah, he did pretty good this morning over there. And he said he was going to a brunch. When he went out. Hey, E-Money. Hey, OG Beauty. Child. She said, can lovely love and uppity be in it. If they do, they gonna raise some hell. Hey, sassy girl, are you in a meeting? And then Pastor, now I don't know. See, I haven't been over here a whole lot, but evidently King Roman News and Sir King had something to say about that banner contest. And he said, why don't King Roman do one, a contest, King of the Beef Sector or something, or King of the Banners? And he said the same thing to Sir King. Y'all talking all this shit about my contest. Why don't y'all do a damn contest? He said he wanted to do it the same day and at the same time, child. And he said Sean Bradley can get in it. Everybody can get in it. Have their own damn contest. Hey, Still Blue Water. Hey, Pretty Black TV child. And then he said for the women that Brianna and Pisa could have one. And the queen of whatever. He said everybody do it the same day at the same time. Y'all, that'll be a mess, won't it? Y'all think we talk crazy over here now. If all them people had a contest the same day, it's gonna be a damn mess. Okay, it's gonna be I declare war. Now that will be bring in 2026 with a bang. Hey, beans and cornbread. Yeah, that would be a damn mess. December, baby, child. They'll have their claws and knives and everything else, starting fires and everything. If everybody do their contest the same day. Now, I want to ask y'all a question. Female So, she got all these degrees and stuff, and every occupation you talk about, like on YouTube, she been one. Well, today she was saying something about nursing license. I didn't know she was no nurse too. So she a counselor, a nurse, and everything else. My mouth hit the floor when she said that today. Hey, Full Moon. She just said that over there on her live a while ago. Beansy Corbett, did you know she was a nurse? Sassy, did you know that Theo is a nurse? A nurse too? Let's see what because Beansy Corbett say she a nurse, a RN. You didn't know Beansy Corbett? Demon So? Beansy Corbett was up there on the panel when she said she was surprised. Because I was saying, what? Sassy, you still in the beat? Yeah, I hollered when that girl said she was a nurse. And I said, I ain't never heard that. Okay. Mother Twerk. Hey, Lady Dimples. You been good? No. But yeah, she was a nurse this morning. I said, what? Hey, Roselle. I said, shut your mouth and keep on talking. But a lot of that stuff they were talking about at pastors about the nursing stuff, a lot of the things they were saying, I've already heard about that because my daughter just, she graduated like 7 months ago. She's a RN. And she like in Wisconsin right now. She doing the traveling nursing thing right now because, they get bonuses and stuff. So she's trying to, pile her money up. And a lot of the subjects that they were talking about concerning nursing, I heard about, when she was going to school, a lot of terms that they was using and things like that were actually the ones that Beans and Cornbread was saying. I've heard about, I heard them when I was here doing her homework or studying and stuff. A lot of that stuff they were talking about, I've heard throughout the years dealing with her going to school. And she didn't fast track or anything like that. That's what they call it here, when you try to get the degree fast, the fast tracking it, but they was calling it something else. Hey, the Beef Sector Podcast, child. Yeah. And Sassy just stay in meetings. You can't hardly catch her to talk to her. She be lying though, but I go along with it. I know she be lying when she tell me she in a meeting. They hit the link when I be wanting to be nosy. She say she in a meeting. Ooh, child. I love to see talking to Sassy. Okay, let me see what else I got on here. But yeah, when Lemon said about that Macau, y'all, I hit the flow. And King Roman News, he had his banner up, and when Lemon said that, he took his banner down and he just stared. He just stared at Lemon. Lemon said, "Well, I didn't know about almond cows." I was saying, "Boy, you as crazy as hell. You ain't never heard no goddamn almond cow. They got coconut cows too." Hey, boss lady, I meant to get over there to you this morning, but child, I was in a meeting. I'm like, Sassy, I was in a meeting, child. I was over at Pastor's. Hey, Princess Rain. Yeah, I was at Pastor because I hadn't been over there in a long time. Hey, Pastor Struggle Banner Contest Competition winner. They be killing me with these damn names, child. And I ain't got no more sense. I speak to all of them. The troll, I don't care what their damn name is. I just do it to be silly. That's one thing I've been doing ever since I been in the B set. I speak to all the trolls, honey. I don't care what their name is. Bambi, she the first person told me she like to see me when I do that because she say she'd be in the cloud. And when she see the different names I put in, she see them troll pages. She say she will fall out. I don't care if it's got asshole or whatever it is. I put it in there. Okay, let me see. And I heard that some guy named Bobby from the street sector passed away, and his lady's name is Melanie Contagious Gardening. That's the name. Uh, and I see her over at Lemons, and they announced that other night. But I was thinking it was OYB, but it wasn't him. Because I don't really know a lot about them street sector people. You know, the Vegas sector. I don't really know a whole bunch about them, but they say he was a fixture in that sector. Okay, now some of the people that's been hanging out at Lemons, like his talent, let me see, Tracy Noble, ZX, and ZX is being so fucking obnoxious right now. He need a good hard kick up his asshole. Maybe that'll make him boo boo, cause he's constipated or something. Cause he is so grumpy. He never be happy. And he was so thrilled about Fire Babe because Fire Babe been cleaning the house, which that's her channel. She can do it. But I thought she would have cleaned house way before now. I thought she would have cleaned house when she came back. Like BS did, clean house. I thought she was gonna do something like that. But she did it a whole different way. Okay. And she's cleaning house right now with her channel. You know. And I can understand that. I've seen it happen before. This ain't the first time it happened. Uh, some people making a big deal out of it. I'm not, because I thought that she like I said, I thought she'd have cleaned house up a long time ago. You know, but she's calling names and saying the reason why she, you know, cleaning house and like the what they call it, group 10. That's no more. Because we always heard about Group 10, and now it's been disbanded. If Fabe say she disbanded it because it's hers and she don't want she don't want that no more. Okay, so everybody, it was a Group 10 and all of that. So, and it was 5-8. Um, and I think some content creators are in there, like Rita, a couple of more. um Lolo been at at Lemons, but she don't be there every night. Um, you know, maybe she being busy with her life doing something else. But Lolo, like she'll come in the chat a little bit and then she'll leave, or she'll be on the panel for a little while. She don't be on there like all night like she used to. Dragon has been back over at Lemons. She's calmed down a lot. Mr. West, of course. Janet been hitting the link. But ZX, like I said, he was so happy about 5A. He was like, his panties was up in his butt. And he was going after Tracy a lot when he come over. But Tracy ain't never liked him, and he ain't never liked her. I don't know why he target her so much. But, she give him a good cussing out, and, he could go on his way, but he'll come back for some more, He been just in a tizzy lately. And he say he got a new woman, after that imaginary woman he said he was going to marry a couple of months ago. They not together anymore over some damn African, face, the mask he have on the wall and his red kitchen utensil, blase this and blase that. Well, that relationship fizzled. That was in his mind. Then he had another woman, but that didn't last for a minute. And then he had this white woman. That didn't last for a minute. So now he's supposed to have another black woman. And that's not going to last for a minute. Because don't nobody feel like emptying no bedpans of him pissing and shitting in. And emptying urinals. You ain't going to never get no woman, nigga. Till you get right. Hey, Miss Whitty. And another thing that I heard is Rico and Wiley is supposed to meet up. Now, Rico, I ain't in your business or nothing, but I don't think that's a good idea because you're going to get right back in your mindset of liking him a whole lot. And the last time it didn't work out, and I don't think it's going to work out this time, baby. Just try to get yourself together, because that's not going to be good. It might start out good, but I don't think it's a good idea because you're really not over him yet because he still have a special place in your heart, and I don't think that you need to go backwards. But that's my opinion. And I hope you strong enough to handle it if it don't work out, okay? But yeah, they supposed to be. Teresa, you happy for them. Now, Teresa, you know how that ended the last time. Okay? Now, you know how that, I hate to see Rico go through this. But he grown. Okay? And Happy, he been coming over at Lemons. And I did not know that he was scared of Sheila E. Because Happy was sitting up there with that, how he act on the panels and stuff. And he had been up there for a while, child. And honey, Sheila E hit that goddamn panel and he flew. And I ain't seen Happy since. And it come out over there. Benzone hit Lemon link and let Lemon know what happened at Lolo's one on one of her lives. And it come out over there. Benzone let it be known that Happy is being in people discourse and taking the information out, which I know that. I've been knowing that for a long time. He do that shit in every damn sector he go in. He like to get shit going and sit back there and watch it. You see what I'm saying? He was taking stuff out of Lemon Discord, but he didn't get none of that good shit, okay? He wasn't getting that good stuff that was going on in Lemon Discord because I was in there. But he have started going to other people's Discords and other apps that they have meetings at, them Zooms and stuff. and the WhatsApp. And now I haven't seen him over on Twitch, but see, Broadway don't care for him, and he don't really go to Mahaya's. But he done been in every camp over there in the Mo 3 sector. When I see him start coming over there, he have been a Mi'kmaq. He been at 88s in her groups and stuff. He's been in Eve. He been in DG. Um, Straight like that. He tried to get in with Duck, but I mean with the captain, but it didn't work. Um, Big Lack, he been in every team. And if they have like an emblem, a crown, a heart, whatever emblem, he'll put that in his name and all that kind of bullshit. And in the beef sector, he went from place to place to place over here in the beef sector. He can't be trusted. But I just look at him when they be letting them in their groups and stuff. I just look at him because when he was in Lemons, I just looked at him. And I don't say nothing because, like a lot of these contents creators, they are bombarded with people sending messages and all kind of shit. And I ain't got time for that. Me can't be bothered. Okay? Because if it was a content creator that I would do something like that with, it would be Tracy. And Tracy, no, I don't get fooled with her. And she don't fool with me off of YouTube. Okay? Everything we do on YouTube, if we do anything, it's on her panel. But some people like to be real close to the content creators. I ain't that kind. Okay? But if that's what floats your damn boat, that's what floats your damn boat. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, and Mama D, she was really in her feelings. Her feelings had got hurt somewhere out in the YouTube land. Well, I found out where. It was over there at Pieces. Now, I never did get to see it for myself. I'm just going by what Mama did. Mama D said she had apologized to Pizza because she had said something to Pizza that upset her. And Mama D said that she apologized to her over there at Pieces. I apologize. I didn't mean to do that. I ain't going to do that no more. Whatever. Well, I think Pizza accepted the apology, but later on, she kept talking about it, and it was just upsetting Mama D. And I'm glad she calmed down because they had like played games over there at Lemons, and she was giving out like $5 and $10 to, if you could answer this question and all of that. So I don't think I think maybe her and Pizza talked on Pizza Panel after that, because she haven't been in a tizzy like she was that night. She was really upset. Okay? But I think she okay now. I don't like to let me see. She said that she disrespected her. Mama D had disrespected her. And see, I don't know what she did. Because it's like sometimes when the older people be talking to younger people, it seems like they telling you what to do, which they really not. You have to just be used to being around older people. I always have been around them, so you have to just shut up. I just shut up and let them talk, because ain't no sense in getting mad at them and arguing. They already said the shit. So, and Pizza got a smart mouth too, so I could see that happening. Mama D, I could see that happening. But she just an older lady, and she think that she giving advice, of what you need to do and all of that. So I hopefully they made up. And the clip that Benz had Lemon to play, regarding over there at Lolo's because it turned into a knockout drag out um, between Beans, Sour Patch, Mika. I don't know if it beans and cornbread was in it. Two P's, I think. It was like the same thing that happened like in the discourse and in the YouTube streets. When those ladies be on the same panel, it's gonna be a fight. Okay? It is what it is. It ain't gonna change. They've been doing this for months. I don't know what the hell started it, but I don't think it's ever gonna be over. Okay? Ooh, yeah. And being said she had got jumped. Now I don't think she got jumped, because she had support on that panel. Like I said, I don't know if Beans Cornbread was up there, but it was people that's in Beans Corner on that panel, and they could have went at Mika and Sour Patch, you know, but maybe they just didn't feel like it. But Beans felt like she was jumped, and I put in the chat, honey, you wasn't jumped. Jump. There wasn't no jump. But Beans felt like she got jumped. Now, I done been dog piled on before. But it is what it is. Like I said, I don't feel like it was a double team or a triple team. Well, Beans didn't like that. I put that in the damn chat. And she said, I need to shut the fuck up. So that was wrong. So me and her got into a war of words in the chat. Okay? And I ain't never been into it with Beans like that. I kind of liked it, okay? Because we were saying some pretty awful things to each other, okay? But sometimes it be like that. I don't really do a whole lot of arguing in the chat, but I feel like doing it that night. Because Beans don't like to really argue on panel. But honey, she was tearing that keyboard up because she was into it with me and a couple of other people, and then other people was into it with us. But I focused on Beans mainly, and she focused on me. Okay, and we was saying some bad stuff in there. When I would type something and she would type something back, I would think real hard on something real, real nasty to say, and then I would type it back to her, and then she would type some bullshit back to me. Okay. And I loved every minute of it, child. I like being mean sometimes, And the beings need to toughen up, because you in the B sector, baby. You can't be sneaky and shit, okay? You need to bring that shit out here and do what you gotta do. Handle your business. Like Gina say, handle your scandal. Now Tracy had went live, and I was, that was like when Rita and her husband first got into it, and some people was coming in the chat saying things about it, and so I told her to drop the link so I could talk to her, and these are the notes I made. In here, Bill and Rita was into it. Now, I've been listening some on Rita since they first got into it, and yesterday she was saying, now this was the latest that I seen. Yesterday she was saying something about, okay, he got out, and she said he wasn't out 2 weeks. So within this 2-week span, they have been into it bad. He's thinking he cheated. She just telling a whole lot of stuff. And then, she left when the police came and stuff. She left walking. Well, was it yesterday when I went in there? Either yesterday or the day before I went in there, and she was saying that he back in jail. I think it was like a parole violation or probation violation or some shit like that, okay? And she was saying that you wasn't even out for 2 weeks, and she was just going because she got her voice back. Her voice was gone for all that damn crying, and shit she was doing, which I wouldn't come on here. If I was that upset with somebody, well, I ain't really gonna get upset with a man or a woman like that I be just crying for days and coming online with that bullshit. But some people do that, but I ain't gonna do it. Y'all will never see me in that shape, okay? Nobody on this bitch ain't gonna never see me just broke down. I ain't gonna do it. What sense do it make to come on here every fucking day crying? I don't get it. I get my motherfucking self together before I came back on here. It ain't that serious. But she cried on here for days. And people sending her money to get rooms and blase this and blase that. Now, in between her crying to yesterday, she said something about, I think that he'd have moved the stuff out the house, child. And I was saying, damn. And she said something about somebody like taking pills. Now, I don't know if it was one of the children that did this, but I think the person like took pills, like a handful of pills, trying to do whatever. And see, that's like your family's falling apart if that's the truth. Well, like I said, Talon hit Lemon Link last night, and he was saying that he told us it was a play. It was a play. But why would you do a play like that? I don't get it. And then, like, the title she been using is like his mother and Bill did a play. Oh, y'all play. I see the play now. And why would you say a title like that? Because to me, on your life, like if my spouse, this is not no fucking play. This is real. My life is in a goddamn turmoil right now. I done got pulled out of my shit, and my kids is with their crazy ass daddy. And she said too that he pulled a GUN on her, put it on her head, and told her, if you say another goddamn word, I'm gonna blow your brains out. She said that down there. And see, I'm not going back over there because I don't want to hear that kind of shit. Because if this nigga just got out of jail and you know he on bond, that should have been the first thing you did when them police coming there. He put a gun to my goddamn head. When y'all did that, it wouldn't have been nothing to talk about. I would have had him locked up. I don't know what the fuck going on with them. And like I said, I ain't going back over there. Because like I said, that nigga putting a gun up in your head and all this shit, he might do something to her online. You know, I'm just saying. You know, and like I said, I have been watching her feet and her shoes have been changing. And like I said, when she left there, she just left with this purse and like a smaller backpack. It did not hold no 4 or 5 pair of goddamn shoes. Why come you? When did you get all your shoes back? How you been changing your shoes every day? How you been changing? I'm looking at your legs because you're showing us just your leg and your feet. I'm looking at your feet and your shoes started changing and your pants are changing. Where did you get out the clothes when you left with just a little bit? I don't get it. Like I said, I ain't going back over there. I ain't being bothered with that shit. After what I heard her saying yesterday, I don't. Me can't be bothered with this. You know, mm-mm. So Rita, good luck. I hope you the best. More power to you, sister. Because every day on this situation, it was building up. She was that first night. She was walking the streets like it. Was looking at my goddamn clock. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I said, "Goddamn, she need to get shelter." And she wasn't walking in the best places anyway. And I was saying, "Ah, damn!" And somebody finally sent the money for a room, and she was in there. She was just, "Oh my god," and just and then screaming and shit, and it was too fucking much. Okay, I watched it till like I seen her get in the motel room, and I was through with it that night. Well, the next day when she got up, because the first day she had on like some Crocs. Then the second day she had changed in these tennis shoes I've seen on her feet before. Like the third day, I think her shoes was tan or it was it was a different shoe than what she had on the first night. Because the first night she had on Crocs. Her shoes kept changing, like I said, and she didn't leave with something big enough for all them shoes. Okay, see, you have to like if you don't have but a little bit to look at, you have to just look at what she's showing you, and baby, you was changing shoes every day, and that's when I said it was going in my mind. Hey, 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 it was going in my mind the first time when she was up walking the street late at night. I wouldn't have left when the police came. I wouldn't have left, but she had the police there because she wanted to leave. I just didn't. That situation I didn't get, and then you ain't got no friends you can call or your mama or I wouldn't have left my kids there with him. And he had already pulled a GUN on me. When I left there, them kids would have left with me. But it would be easier for the male for him to leave. I don't get it. It didn't sound right. It wasn't looking right to me. And really, to me, I really hope it was a play because see that way I know he didn't pull no GUN on her and all of that. And why would he have that anyway? You'd already beat somebody to death or shot somebody to death. Why would you have another GUN? And when you out on bond, you can't have weapons like that. And like I said, I would have called the police. Hey, that man just pulled a gun in my head, and that man put that gun in there. I would have told the police that. Go get it. I'm scared for my life. And they would arrest him right there and took his ass out to jail. I wouldn't have walked to my fucking house and left my shit. Okay. Let me see. And that first night she was, getting louder and louder, talking to Bill and her. He wasn't there, but she was like talking to him and stuff, and she was getting louder and louder. And the people that own the motel, like they had to come up there and tell her, "Hey, you need to sell this shit down, or else you're going to have to go." A convicted felon can't be. Yeah, he ain't supposed to have that. No gun. And see, I found out he was on probation because she said he had got locked back up. But it's just some holes in there. I'm with talent, It just all of this don't sound right to me. Okay. Now that is the beef sector news. I'm glad to get out of it because there's some crazy shit be going on. And if I think of some other stuff that happened in the beef sector, I'll talk about it. Now, Um, I'm going to the Mo 3 sector now. The Mo 3B sector. Now, Eve was doing a live and she was saying she was going to drag Envy. And she was telling Envy to bring his black ass over there. Now, I don't know if Eve ever got in touch with Envy. Well, her and Envy, she was gonna tear your ass up. And I didn't see her whole live because somebody else came on. Either something happened, I had to just leave YouTube. Okay. Uh, wait a minute. And she was saying something about the ring, that MU ring shit. And she said that Envy ate MU riding Ussy. And she said that I think she had called Envy and he didn't answer the phone. Because y'all know Envy name was ringing over here in the B sector because he had that 50 Shades of Sexy, you know, a meet and greet. And come to find out, the person he had was RNY. And she's supposed to be churchy. But honey, when they showed her that Envy and her, out partying and stuff, honey, RNY was dancing. She had a cute little black dress on that was short. Um, they seem to be having a good time. So I guess people over in the Mo 3B sector found out about it, and some people did make lives on it. And I got a kick out of Eve. Let me see. And she said something about him using the bathroom and not washing his hands. Now I don't know nothing about that, but Eve was talking that shit over there, and I like to hear her talk that shit. Okay. And she was drinking and she was talking that bullshit that I like to hear. Let's see. So I don't know if Eve ever caught up with him. Now she had a live, I think, yesterday, but I missed it. Can't think of what I was doing something because I've been really busy, off of YouTube. And my notes ain't that good because I've been in and out, in and out. Okay. I've been ducking and moving. Well, I went back 357s and Gina, and she have acted the biggest goddamn fool. That's why my title is what it is, okay? About her getting banned from the goddamn corner store. Well, I went by my hairs the other day, and when I went in there, he was showing like something that was going on like outside. Well, I started walking. Eve went live on 88 page yesterday. Did she talk about Envy? Queen Lakers. Hey, Miss Whitty. Whitty, how you doing, child? I don't want to lose my place now. Okay. Hey, LaKendra, how you doing, child? Hey, Black Power. Black Power. Hey. Boss Lady, I got to watch your live too. Okay. Sassy, you leaving, going to a meeting? Sassy a mess. Hey, the unfiltered Muffy, how you doing, child? Hey, soul sister number one. I'm soul sister number two, child. Let me see. I'm next to making sure I speak to everybody, child. Before I go back to talking, child. Paulette made me mad, but I'm one of her day ones. I ain't going nowhere. Thank you, beans and cornbread. Well, let's agree to disagree, okay? On our situation. Agree to disagree. That's how me and Teresa do it. We don't agree on everything, but we just agree to disagree. Hey, Carmel, for the win. Yeah, me and Teresa, we don't agree on very many things. Uh, but I'm good with her. I don't, I don't let it get heated with her because we don't agree on half the shit, honey. Very seldom, and we very seldom like the same people. Okay, okay. I think that's everybody's chat. Wait a minute, they go one. Wait a minute. Hey, gardening with Joe So Bliss. You like the garden? I do too. Yeah, I was raised like that gardening. Hey, are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah, are you okay? Me and are you okay? We bumped heads one time, but we cool. We ain't got no problem with each other. We just had a agree to disagree. We didn't know each other, you know. And now you, honey, if somebody mess with me, honey, she gonna get up there and she gonna be swinging, child. And we might get into it again. It is what it is. But we don't just, we okay now. Okay. She didn't really know me and I didn't really know her. We just bumped heads a little bit. Hey, Shireen. Hey, child. Hey, the kid that motherfucking did. Ooh, child. Queen Lakers be out there. She be dragging too, child. I like to hear her drag. Boss lady, I like to hear her drag. Hey, honey. Yep. I like to hear a lot of people drag though. I sure do. And yeah, he had Auntie had the purge and TG. Oh, was it LG? It was one of them G's, okay? One of them twins had pulled a gun, child, over there. And I got up there, and I found out because I was reading the chat because I was speaking, and I seen somebody say something about a gun in the chat, and so I kept reading, going up and down, reading the chat from when I got in there, and then it come out, in the chat that she pulled a gun when she was dragging somebody. Because when you the purge, that's what you're doing. You're dragging. Okay. This purge, I think, was like 24 hours. It wasn't no long one. Like the other ones be like 48 hours and stuff like that. Well, when I found out that she actually did pull a gun, I hit the panel and I asked for her, and I was just telling her nicely, you need to get down. Uh, this don't look good because you don't need to be pulling no guns over here. It ain't like that. They get up here and they drag. Don't nobody get so mad they go out. She had went out to her car, got her GUN out the trunk, and brought it back in and pointed it at the screen. Okay. And that is so stupid. So when she wouldn't get down and she was in, she wasn't cooperating, and I said, well, look, LG, by the time you go, like leave inside the house, go outside the house and go in your trunk and bring that gun back in here, you'd have been gone. Where they do that at? Where do they do that at? That's stupid. But she done did that a couple of times, like over in the beef sector. But see, now she's taking it like to aunties. And that is stupid. And I couldn't talk her down and stuff because she lied like she was going to get down with me, but she didn't. And then she finally did get down. Well, come to find out, they was like giving $500 away to the winner of the purge, and OG Bobby Johnson won. Wu was in it. It was guys I didn't know in it. And I think that LaDon was the co-host. And I was kind of surprised about that. But that ain't none of my business. Um, I enjoyed myself at the purge. Um, Now the captain, I don't know if I talked to you guys about the winner of his contest was 88. Wu was very upset. Like when he announced the winner, she like had this look on her face like, I can't believe she won. It was like she was supposed to win. And actually the captain had texted several other people, hey, make sure you get in the contest. I think you could win. Like give me a pep talk. Wu took it as him telling her she was gonna win the contest. He said you have a good chance to win. Because he showed the text, she showed the text. Uh I think Lovely showed her text. Wu stayed up for days going to panel to panel to panel. And when it all boiled down, child, she said, like, you have to just listen from panel to panel to panel. When it all boiled down, this is what happened. Her and the captain had been FaceTiming or some kind of timing where they could look at each other when they talk. He was talking that shit she liked to hear. She thought they were going to be together, as girlfriend and boyfriend. She say he had told her to come to Seattle, to move into the homeless shelter, and then they would get a place. Captain, how many women you gonna have out there in Seattle? And come to find out, he back in Texas. Boo, I'm glad you wasn't that crazy to get a ticket and go to Seattle. And that man that got back to Texas, child. And I was hollering. Do you hear me? She had been sending him pictures of her Uzi. She had been sending him videos of her Uzi. And then every content creator over there wound up getting them pictures of her Uzi and the video, y'all. And then people was talking about it was ugly, it was big. And then some people were making memes of what her Uzi looked like, using them as their avatar. Jackie been had that avatar up of this like thing that got some eyes and got a long face. She said that's what her thing looked like. Okay. Um. Then the captain wound up coming back because he had did his goodbye, but when he did contest, he was supposed to be not coming back on YouTube ever. Well, child, he went live the other day. He was telling how big he he was. It was awful, child. I don't even know if I shared him. I don't know. Do y'all hear me? She thought they was gonna be together. And she stayed up for days and hit panels around the goddamn clock. And then she was making her own lives too and going to sleep on them. Y'all hear me? But see, there's that sweet talking and pillow talking, that stupid shit. She been crying and shit off and on her. She said that when the captain got ready to announce the winner, that she was holding on up to Larry hand so hard. She was just holding his hand hard. And when he announced the winner, she fell to the floor and she was hitting the floor saying, no, no, and all of that. That's what she said she did. Yeah. It just, girl, and she has started attacking Lovely, the girl that was in it. She didn't win either, but so what? She and yeah, that wasn't nothing. You know, I didn't expect to win. It wasn't really nothing. I just did it for the hell of it. Well, come to find out, it was supposed to be like 9 contestants in that boots, dukes, and line dancing. Well, they was having like meetings about what to do on the contest and any questions can be answered. Well, out of the 9 people, only 2 that was in the group actually performed, and then 88 performed too. So that's 3 people, and 88 wound up winning. From what I seen, I'm just being honest. The only one that actually had on any semblance of the Dukes of what I consider a Daisy Duke was Lovely. Uh, as far as the line dancing, to me nobody did no line dance. Lovely came the closest to that to me. She did a little bit, and then that's it, I could have won that $1,000. I just put it like that, okay? Cause I know I do the electric slide, but that's different than that line dance thing. But I think I would have beat them doing the electric slide. Okay. Now when they talked about the boots, in my mind, since you're doing the Dukes and y'all keep showing these country line dance and shit, people got boots on, I would have got some cowboy boots. And Lovely had cowboy boots, and they were some badass boots, okay? They was brown, and then they had like cut out design, and it was that in there was turquoise. They were some badass boots, okay? Uh Wu had on some I guess knee boots, and they was ugly to me. They looked cheap, and they was brown. Okay, some cheap ass brown boots. 88 just had some like boots. So to me, out of the way the contest was described, okay, the Dukes, Lovely won that to me. The boots, Lovely won that to me. Okay. And the line dance, she did more of a line dance than anybody. So don't y'all think she should have won? If you're going by what they were saying at the beginning, because Lovely did more of, to me, she got more of the things that were said that you were supposed to do on that. That's my opinion. I think Lovely was number 1. I think 88, we're just between her and Woo. I don't know. I don't know, but I think Lovely should have won. Because like I said, she meet more of the criteria than anybody. Yeah, them boots was bad. Her boots was bad, honey. Tony, you seen them? Hey, Snoopy. Yeah, Queen Laker's agreeing with me because, like I said, when you think about it, she did the best out of everybody. Got more of the points. Hey, I am Tequila, but that's neither here or there. Okay. Now, like I said, IGT won the Halloween contest. Most people think she should have won. I think she should have won, but there's some people that's upset because she won. Okay. But the contest, like I said, that contest was one that got each contestant that came out was better than the last one. Then the next one come, they was good. It was just constant. It was a good show that Halloween show that Broadway did. Great show. you know, and everybody, the majority picked IGT. So I think that was more fair. But see, like when you're doing those contests, I know that's a hard job, especially trying to pick a winner. Um, you got to be a strong person to be a judge, to judge fairly. Some people don't, some people do. Some people was even mad at Room Shaker and different ones because they gave IGT a good vote. And I don't understand that. If you thought she did the best, it's your choice. Yeah, Broadway show was the best. Now I'm gonna tell you this here. Now that show that Ness did that time for Halloween, she got lap legged drunk, honey. That was the best goddamn show. It was a goddamn mess, okay? I enjoyed every damn minute of it. Ness got lap legged drunk. Okay. She had over 1,000 people in her life, and she over there worrying about what's going on at Pizarro's, and Pizarro had like 400. You know, because they contest the same date, same time, which is not a problem. I wouldn't have a problem with nobody doing that. They talking about you going on top of them and stuff. I don't see it. You can't go on top of nobody on YouTube because YouTube is an app. It's gonna always be somebody on here 24 hours a day. Okay. And that, I think it sucks when people say you went live on top of somebody, because I go live whenever the hell I want to. I just don't do this shit every day. I don't know how they do it. It be on for like 11 hours and 8. There ain't nowhere in the damn world. But time. Hey, Eve. Did you ever get in touch with Envy because you were going to cuss him out? Now, Eve been on the road, honey. She been dragging. I'm trying to think of who she was dragging. Maybe I got it in my notes. She drug the hell out of somebody. And I loved every minute. Let me see what I can find. Now, y'all, okay, I said about Envy. I already did you, Eve, so you got to watch it, roll it back, see what I typed about you. But Gina, when I went to my house the other day, come to find out what I was watching, I'm going to tell you guys. Gina had got up early in the morning, okay? Well, I don't think she probably been asleep. But she makes 1,000 trips to this corner store that's down the street from her house. Like it's the closest store to her house. And she walks back and forth 1,000 times a day. She be down there asking for money. She be down there asking for weed. She be down there asking for whatever she can get, okay? Well, she was in there that day, and it was like before 7. She was in that corner store that day, and she would raise so much hell in the corner store that they wouldn't even serve her. They wouldn't even, no, you can't buy nothing else in here. She asked so big of food, they wouldn't even let her buy the shit she wanted to buy. Well, she finally went outside. So she went outside and she was cussing people out, threatening them with the cartel and Crips, and threatening them with such and such blood from such and such street, and she was calling them men bitches. This was all before 8 o'clock in the morning, y'all. And the shit got took outside, and she was calling them bitch. I wish my man gonna come up here. He gonna stab you in both of your eyes. You wait till I get my man. He gonna come down here. My Nola man gonna kick y'all ass, and my Nola man gonna do this, and my Nola man gonna do that. And then the guy said, "I got something for you. I got somebody for you." And he made a phone call, and his girlfriend or whatever came, because she had already got into one of me and sister in the store. But then she took it outside, and then this other lady came. And she was calling the man bitches and all that kind of stuff. So the girl got out of the car and she came over there. And Gina was coming at the man, and the man was coming at her. And then he said something about this, my bitch right here, talking about the lady that pulled up. And so then when Gina was cussing that man out, the woman and her got into it, and the man was into it with her too. And so when Gina and them was getting close to each other, the man and Gina, the woman got between them. And the next thing you know, you heard a little scuffle and the phone went off. Okay. Then she came back live and it continued. Well, the police wound up coming there and she was telling the police her side of the story because she called the popo. And she had was well before the police got there. She was telling that guy, y'all sell everything over here. Y'all sell, she was calling the drugs out. And what you think the police would say about that? And this and that. I mean, it was a mess, okay? And her poor little dog, he just turned his back to her and said, he couldn't be, he was like, I'm ready to go. It's some shit finna happen. And she was telling, and he was saying, and you be buying this from us, and you be buying that from us, and you smoke crack, and it was just like that, child. And I was saying, what? This is too much. So when the police got there, she was telling them, like, this, she got a warrant talking about the girlfriend, and she was, it was a mess. And so the police talked to her. Then they went and talked to the guy and the girl there. And then they came back and told her, Gina, you need to move your ass. She was outside arguing with them people. Like I said, it was before 7. And she said she was waiting on her food to get. She was waiting on this restaurant to open so she could get some food, like the next door to the corner store, like one of them strip malls, okay? Well, she thought the place opened at 8 o'clock, but come to find out the place opened at 9. So she raised hell from like before 7 o'clock all the way to 9 something. And the police finally made her leave, so she had to leave walking with her dog. Well, the police later, while she was doing her walking, the police pulled up. And they told her she couldn't go back to the goddamn store. She would be trespassing if she go back, and she'll be arrested. I was saying, what? And that really made her mad. When the police they told her, you take your black ass back over there, in so many words. And I was too through. Well, let me tell you what I found out yesterday. Now, I didn't see it, but straight like that, they say straight like that, contacted that gas station and talked to some of the people that she was into it with, child. And I missed that. So she was in Mahaya's chat. Now, she loved to hit links, right? Well, she had her ass in that chat, and she stayed her ass in that chat. Okay? Because we was up there, we said, hit the like, And then, before the live was over, she told Mahaya that she would hit the link if somebody donated $50 to her. Do you hear me? So, allegedly, they gonna try to find the girl too that was in the bonnets. It was like two. Oh, his sister was talking. Okay, and they talked to the guy, and see, I missed that part of them talking to the people at the 7-Eleven. Child, I was getting my life, but I had went to sleep and doing other things, and I missed parts of it. And when I put straight like that thing in here, he don't pull up. Now I used to get his notifications, but I don't get them anymore. And so I'm gonna have to go all the way through my list and find him. But see, he used to put his shit on membership. That's another reason I quit going over there so much, because I knew I wasn't going to build up membership straight like that. But I hope that is on, still on here, because I would really just like to hear what them people had to say, because Gina goes to that store 50 times a day. And now she barred from there. She going back over there. And while she was arguing with this guy, one of the men, she told him to give her $100 back. Because when she had that little 1,700 or 17,000 or whatever that was, when she was putting the money out on the couch and on the table, straightening it out money all over everywhere, hundreds everywhere. Well, he was one of the people that she gave $100 to. And he told her, you ain't getting shit out. You gave me that. I ain't got nothing for you. She was just handing out money, not just on YouTube, out in the streets too. Do y'all hear me? Lord have mercy. Hey, oh.
This says you won't feel that good. It's hard to get out here. I want to make her a bottle.
Oh.
You chunky now.
Oh, look at her. This is my great grandbaby.
You turn the light on?
Nah.
She's chunky.
Hey there. She just bought me my great grandbaby, and she's so pretty. Oh, so you pooping, girl. You got to poop on? Huh? Say hi. She can't say nothing. She not even a month old yet. Hey, sweetie, you smell so good. I ain't got no titty for you. Nope. Hey, I ain't got no titty for you. Well, yeah, she not even a month old. I call her China doll. This is my China doll. Yeah. But hey, Kenny, how her doing? How her doing? She hungry. I ain't got no titty. I know you ain't want to suck on this gown. She making a bottle. Yeah, still on 357, child. Well, everybody was talking about Gina and the thing, about the store thing. That was the talk of town over there, the more 357, child. So, and see, over there, over 357s. Whoa. Her mama getting her bottle. Yeah. You sweating. Your mama getting your baba. Oh, now. Hey, little chunky. Hey there. What's wrong? Huh? What's wrong with Granny Baby? I'm just looking around now. Let me see. Okay, and the guys were, over there in the Mo 3 beef sector. Woo Uzi was the talk of town, and Gina acting a damn fool at the store. And Gina was shame, child. I ain't never seen her shame. Now I finally found her. she hit Broadway's link, and Broadway was giving her a good talking to and stuff. And of course, she wasn't listening. She was telling Broadway she had a interview, or DG was gonna interview her. Now I don't know if he did or not, but she had burned her bridges in so many places that she have hung around at, and now she right going back to where she used to hang out. Okay, um, she had been trying to work her way back to DG for a long time. She asked him before could she come back, and he said no. The moderators was saying no, and the people in the audience was saying they did not want her over there. But she finally worked her way on the panel the other day, child. And DG, soon as she said, open her mouth to say anything, he dropped her, and I hollered. Do you hear me? He dropped her. She was so shy. Yeah, she was shy, and I loved it. And the night before that, over on Broadway's, he he cussed her out like a dog. Okay, he was so sick of her, and now he don't even say he gonna drop her. He just drop her, and she stays backstage, and then he'll bring her back up, and then she act a fool, and he drop her. Okay. Ooh, child, I love it. Okay. Um, and SD, when he seen her, you know what? He said it was ruined. And he said, what the hell is that?
So I gotta run back to the house to get her nipples.
Okay. You got her passing?
Yeah.
Cause you know she ain't gonna go for that much longer. Okay? Cause she's hungry. I told you to put them in her. I told you to always have extra in her diaper bag. Cause stuff happens. Okay, wait a minute. But yeah, SD talked about her like a dog. And he said that SD also said it looked like a quail that had been shot. That it was wide open, and it looked like it got shot with a shotgun, not a rifle. Be careful. Do she like her passing?
Sometimes.
Where her daddy?
He went to work. I didn't realize until I got out here.
What you doing?
This fell out.
What's I'm on live? Okay. I'm trying to finish my lab, and I got my little granny. I ain't gonna let her go. I ain't gonna let her go at all. Love you, girl. Let me see. Let me see. And Benny B, you know, she was calling Woo bitch and a dirty pussy lying bitch. And she talked about when she wiped her her cootie cat over there at the Capitol, how the child was brown. And while Broadway was live, somebody sent him pictures of her. What whoever was sending around a Wu thing, and he was mad. He got mad. He said, "No, send it, no shit like that no more." He said it was ugly. Hey there, Precious. Hey, Precious. Yeah. Hey, Precious. Hey, yeah, hey, Precious. Yeah. What? What, Precious? What, Precious? What you want, Precious? You feeling out good, honey. Um, yeah. And while Brandon, you know, when he said he was leaving, Y'all, every chat I go to, I see him drop down, child. Talking about woo everywhere. And he was dropping down that she had her thing was ugly. Do you want me to send it to you? She believed anything. She fell for everything I told her and all of that, child. And I was hollering. And she was acting like she didn't see it because she read the chat on every line she be on when she be on the panel. She reads the chat. And she was skipping over what the captain said, child. She wouldn't even say anything about what he was saying. Yeah, her gonna say, ooh, child. Ooh, child. That's what she gonna say. Ooh, child. That's what her gonna say. Ooh, child. That's what China gonna say, ain't you? China. Okay, let's see. Isha and SD got into a child, and they was just dragging the hell out of each other. Okay, and you know how he be saying he fought 44 and all that kind of shit, that gang stuff. He be talking about he was raised in the 4-4, and you know how bad he was in the 4-4, and all that kind of bullshit. Isha went down there again, y'all, and them people said they don't know nothing about no SD. She was calling him by his name, everything. They were saying they didn't know him. We don't know that nigga. Who is that? SD, you need to quit telling her to meet you at the 4-4, because you know that Isha is going to go down there. She ain't scared to go. You scared to go down there. Why don't you come up at the 4-4? Ooh, child. Mink and SD got into it. Let's see. Wait a minute. Oh, they got into it because he said something about Sean G. And you know that's allegedly Mink have a special relationship with him. You know, she been in Sean G corner ever since he got, went to prison. And when they was dragging each other, she was saying that he will be out soon. So I don't know when he gonna get out. And some people saying he ain't getting out, but she say he is. But he was supposed to been out, you know. And then Meek was saying that SD had, had retarded kids and all of this. And he just stopped really talking to her because, he don't like really to talk about kids. Hey, Angela T. White. Hey, Tony Cassell. I don't know how you with somebody you called a pedo girl. I wouldn't trust him. I called him something like that. But these people do a lot of things that I wouldn't do. But I've done things that y'all wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? So that go both ways, child. I don't know, Queen Lake. You ain't gonna get me in no damn trouble. And SD also said that Meek was in for a surprise. And I was wondering what that's gonna be. Because there's always something going on in these sectors, And shit pop out overnight. And honey, Beezy hit the link. Okay. And Beezy, honey, she don't hit links. Well, honey, she was hitting the link and she was dragging her ass out. I was saying, get out, Beezy. But the next day after they got into it, Meek doxed her. Okay. Meek doxed the shit out of her. And then after she doxed her, hey, sweetie. But Beezy hit the link, after she had got doxed, because everybody was talking about it over there in the Mo3 sector. Well, Beezy got up there and said, so You ain't did nothing. Because throughout the day, after Mika got pictures of her Facebook or whatever um, app that she was on, I'm thinking it's Facebook. Uh, Allegedly, Meek said that BC had cut her Facebook out, but some kind of way that the people that she was friends with, uh, Meek was able to get information like that. See, I don't know nothing about that because I don't do a whole bunch of apps. I be on YouTube and I do Twitch. Since Broadway's over and Bahia, TT, uh, Jackie's over there, Josh. It's a lot of the Mo three beef sector people are moving over there to Twitch, and they say you can get monetized easy over there. Uh, and she wasn't scared of me. Beezy ain't scared of me. And she can't do nothing else to her. She done doxed her. You know? And then Beezy, she's not no ugly lady. She's not ugly. She looked different than I thought she would look. With the pictures they had of her, she said, "Oh, that's when I was at my reunion. Oh, that's when she was saying, hell, yeah, that's me. And I was at a reunion on this. I was at a party, y'all. She was saying, so it's her. But like I said, she's not no ugly lady. Even if she was ugly, it's all good. And they was calling her a stupid, weird bitch. They were saying that to Bink. And they were just throwing hurls back and forth with each other. But like I say, when Mink went to his children, he didn't have nothing else to say. And it's a lot of people like that. Let's see who else. Yeah. I'm gonna be through in a minute, sweetie. Your mama had to go back to town. Yeah, she had to go back and get your nipple. She didn't bring her. She bought the one you don't like. Yes, she bought the one you don't like. Okay. And then, child, over at Broadway's one night. Now I missed this, okay, but it got out on the streets of the Mo 3 beef sector that Gina was on his panel and dropped a crack pipe. Now that was before she got into it with that man at the gas station. All them people at the gas station, because she was into it with men, women, cats, dogs, and honey, the way Gina act on YouTube, that bitch act like that in the real world. Now she is supposed to be starting a new job Monday. We'll see. Oh, we'll see. Okay. I got the hiccup. But yeah, she says she's starting a new job. But I don't know how she's gonna start a new job getting high. Cause most times on these jobs, you gotta take a drug test. Okay. Hey, Sincere. Hey, Brenda. She ain't got no damn. What? She ain't got no damn. Brenda, I'm just saying you what's happening over there at the Mo 3-piece sector. She said she started work Monday. Now what she gonna start work at? It sure ain't gonna be at that corner store. Cause she banned, honey. Yeah. I'll be doing a second, sweetie. Okay. Wait a minute. What? Let's see. Yeah. Your mama will be back in a minute. She forgot your bottle, girl. Your nipple. See, if she was breastfeeding you, she'd have your nipple with her all the time. Okay? She'd have your bottle with her. Cause you would have your mama breast, but everybody don't breastfeed. But see, that's what I'm saying. You don't get to forget nothing when you breastfeed. All you yep, that's all you forget is your pump. Okay, that's all you forget, sweetie. Yeah, but it's too late for that. Too late to breastfeed. But let me see. See what else. Okay. I'm trying to think it was something else that I was gonna say before I got rid of. Okay. Dear lemon. Dear five babe. I hadn't really heard of anything going on with Ness, but I don't know. Hey, Angela White. Yeah. Well, I don't know if Brandon gonna go live anymore. I hope he do because I really enjoy myself there. Um, now I enjoy myself at Broadway's. I enjoy myself at Mahia, at TT's. Now I meant to watch TT. Now I don't think she went live yesterday, but I think she went live day before yesterday. Cause see, she do like she shows the videos, the ones that she missed, and she go through them and talk, and she'll stop them, start them back up like that, and give her point of view of what happened. What's going on these lives, and a lot of the lives I miss, I catch up on them over at TT's. Let's see. Okay, now, dear Lemon. I think Teresa talked about Rita a little bit. I think that's about it, guys. Yeah, I think that's about it. Spend some time with my great grandbaby. But yeah, I think that's about it, guys. But I'm gonna get out here and move around a little bit with my grandbaby. Yes, I'm gonna do that. Okay. But I'm gonna get over here, make sure I spoke to everybody before I leave. If y'all don't mind, hit the like button. Yeah. Hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I really would appreciate that. Yeah, I'm getting off here, girl. Hold on. Let me make sure I spoke and then get out of here, child. Okay? I'm gonna get out of here and spend some time with you. You'll get all Granny attention. Hold up, little one. China doll. I started to tell y'all I had a new baby. Everybody else getting away with lying like that. Why come I can't get away? I could get me a free shower and everything. But Teresa, I was sure want you to tear up Noble ass. I don't know what he have his little panties up in his butt for. I was saying, why he shooting at her like that? He shooting at her with everything he got. But it was after hours. Teresa couldn't get loud. Hey, Abdullah. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Lee Pepper. Just want to make sure I speak to everybody before I get up out of here. Hey, seek the Capricorn. Hey, Daquan. How you doing? Yeah. Hey, Sagittarius Queen. Hey, Derek. Oh, now. Oh, now. Yeah. You ready for Granny to get up here, ain't you? Yeah. Oh, now. Hey, Tony. I think that's it. Hey, Shay. I'm still seeing people. I'm getting ready to get off. Hey, I'm so Houston. How you doing, child? Hey, Vic. Hey, TC. Quite a few people came here. Hey, Real Vibe. Sweetie, I'm getting ready to come. Yes, I'm getting ready to get up off of here and give you your time, child. Hey, T. Yeah. Um, uh. Hey, Granny G. Hey, 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 hey. Hey. You want to look somebody out in their face. Hey, Miss Kim. I'm going to get up off here, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Ooh, child. My great grandbaby come out here to see me this morning. Ooh, child. I'm about to feed this baby. Ooh, child. My grandbaby's a new mama and she forgot her nipples. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, sweetie. Oh.